Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Tsuki ga Kirei, or you could call it As the Moon So Beautiful, or The Moon Is Beautiful, which is on episode 7. Now, this episode right here was actually pretty fun, pretty cool. Not to mention that we have the entirety of some of the cast of the middle school kids going out to an amusement park, and that is what I seen in this overall episode. And everyone was having fun, honestly. It was pretty cool. They all went on a Thunder Dolphin ride, which they all screamed their freaking lives out. Chinatsu was scared as hell. I'm thinking in my mind, man, this is a really sweet episode. But at the same time, it was pretty sad too at the moment for me. Because those of you who have been keeping up with this series will actually know what I'm getting at. Those of you who are just watching my summaries and recaps and not understanding the full story of what's going on, y'all gonna be confused and you won't even understand the dang thing what I'm saying. Aside from me being a stupid fool running my mouth or something, let's just continue. Of course, the opening was actually pretty new. Although the opening wasn't new at all, they still played the same song, but different visuals and everything else actually came about, which was really cool. I actually enjoyed it. Aside from the friends having fun and freaking let me see here, the freaking pink hair boy or something that's colored hair or something, I don't know how am I supposed to say it. It just ran off and got in a heat stroke, which is really hilarious. Not to mention how Azumi is just trying to find Mizuno-chan, or should I say Akanechi. Of course, Chinatsu was trying to hang out with Azumi and maybe try to confess, but eventually, Akane hanged out with Hirakun in the later episode, during the episode, and eventually Azumi does catch up with find Akane, and I guess this is where I kind of got upset about his behavior, although I can understand what he's really getting at. It's just the way how it's done. But at the same time, I guess you can say it's a way of growing up. Although we don't really know about that term growing up is for reality, because this is all just fictional. Even though it's fictional, it does have some relation, although we don't really see that in life. Aside from me rambling on, he does go up to Hirakun and says, Akane's my girlfriend, okay? And so forth. We're going out. And therefore, and Hiro's like, really? Akane, is that true? She goes yeah. And he ends up leaving right away, after he took Akane with her. And of course, Chinatsu does find Azumi there, and she did have a picture about him and her in the Thunder Dolphin ride, and she was actually crying, which I can't blame her, because I guess she did have a crush on Azumi. Although at the same time, I wonder, what does she really like about him, He's kind of a little iffy-biffy, but I guess he has his own ways of doing things. And for Chinatsu trying to confess to Azumi, possibly, although the truth was already right in front of her really badly, it kind of tingled my heart a bit, knowing that she actually knows the truth. And aside from Azumi and Akane, with Azumi trying to apologize, Akane says, no, it's okay, it is the truth after all. And they end up hanging out more often and end up having fun, and I was actually enjoying it. And seeing how they enjoying themselves, going on certain rides and taking pictures if anything, and watching the fireworks together. I actually really enjoyed that very, very much. While they kind of ditched the friends and left the time alone, of course, Chinatsu does have some reconciliation or comforting from her friends after she tells them, seeing how she's heartbroken, seeing how Azumi's with Akane. And of course, all of them end up finding out later, well, after Hirakun asked the question, and freaking Azumi's friend, Roman, the guy with the pinkish hair or something, ends up saying the whole thing. He actually knew. And of course, when Akanechi and Azumi was about to kiss, a freaking kid had to interfere and they couldn't kiss at all. I'm thinking in my mind, you dang brat, And of course, Chinatsu does apologize to Hirakun about inviting him, when watching the fireworks, but he goes no, it's okay, it's all good. And of course, what's also bothering me and also bothering me is that Akane and Azumi left the group, and I'm thinking in my mind, really? You guys ditched your friends and not go home together? That's really upsetting. And of course, there was some certain text about Chinatsu and Akane, and of course Chinatsu couldn't confess, and seeing how Akane understands that and so forth. Yeah, and of course, and everything else all together. Although, like when it comes to ditching the friends, I don't know if that really came true because who knows if they took separate ways to go home, but we don't know. Of course, when Akane and Azumi say let's go back here together, just the two of us, which is pretty cool. When they were watching the fireworks. Aside from the episode, all I could see this as a amusement park episode, hanging out with certain friends, going on rides, trying out hats, taking pictures, enjoying themselves. That's the only thing I could really see for the time being. Of course, there were some short stories after the episode, and I'm thinking in my mind, how funny is that, that kind of thing. So overall, of course, it's just an amusement park episode with your friends hanging out, But aside from that, of course, Azumi and Akane does get a little closer, and Chinatsu finally knows the truth, even though she couldn't confess, and so forth. Although the truth was already right in front of her the moment she saw Azumi and Akane like holding hands. But I really hope Chinatsu does confess to Azumi later in the future, and really does so very soon, so it could maybe get it out of the way for Chinatsu psychologically, and then she could get back to moving forward, that kind of thing. And Hirokun was actually a little shocked, but he doesn't show much of it. But seeing how he's willing to move on, maybe if he liked Akane or something, then I guess that's pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to future episodes. Although I don't know how many are left. There might be a case where there maybe only be 12 episodes, and depending how this one wraps up, it could be something else. Though I look forward to it. So like I said, just the amusement park episode, and then Chinatsu finally knowing the truth, especially Hirokun and everyone else all together, and with Akane and Azumi growing closer than before. Even though a few episodes back, I don't know how much time passed by for them to actually go out. It was actually a little iffy biffy for me. But aside from that, I'm looking forward to more. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm out for Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot.